Good afternoon and welcome. Today we're looking at a Brooks Acorn Slimline 120. It's not one that we fitted, it was already in. And it's cutting out. Now that's a classic battery fault. Apparently it's had new batteries in it, but not from us. The joy with these is you have a diagnostic indicator on the side. So any problems you do get, you can refer to the manual or give us a ring and we can talk you through it. But in this case, this is battery failure. We can have a look inside and we'll get back to you soon. So here we are, we've got a pair of MK batteries, which are normally a really good battery, quite expensive. They should have lasted longer than I'd have to find the exact time of how long the customers had them fitted. The Stairlift is charging, we've got it back to a charge point, so it's showing C1 there, so it is charging. So I just need to see if the customer has any paperwork on when these batteries were fitted. She doesn't seem to think it was that long ago, and normally MKs are normally a good brand, so let's do some further investigation. So we're going to get some batteries from the van. We supply and fit UASA batteries, or UCell. We reckon they're pound for pound. They're really good batteries and we don't have any problems with them. We fit these. We generally get 3 to 5 years life from them. So here's a pair here. Let's get them on a lift and see if we can get some life out of it. So here we are, we're going to get these UASA batteries fitted and we're going to give it a good service and go right through it. And then we'll see where we're at. So while we're servicing the Stairlift, we check the motor brushes, which is often overlooked and it can cause you motor problems. There's plenty of beans left on those. So we'll refit it, give the Stairlift a good service and give it a functional test. Give the safety gear a good clean, or OSG as it's known as. People put grease on the rack, which isn't good. What it does is it attracts dust and dirt, works its way into this. This is your safety gear. This is vital and stops in the event of the Stairlift coming down too quickly. And if you get grease on the track, it attracts dust, grit and whatnot. It all ends up in here and bungs all this up, and this can give you problems. So often this doesn't get looked at. We make sure it's all functioning correctly. Right, we're going to get a functional test now with some weight on it, that being me. And here we go. It's quite a smooth operation. And give the track a good clean. Let's see what it's like in the opposite direction with some weight on it and gravity. Make sure it's charging at the bottom as well as the top. Charge circuit's working. Again, these can fail with charging. And the beep tells us it's on charge. And let's see what it's like going upstairs. Bit of weight on it. I'm not disclosing my weight, but it's around about 100 kilos. So obviously those batteries were defective or they weren't new. Customer can't find a receipt or any paperwork and isn't sure exactly when they were fitted. We make a note of when our batteries are fitted. We'll actually write on the battery the date on there. And again, we say we give 3 to 5 years life from them. They're decent batteries. And carry on doing the service, get the covers back on and hand the Stairlift back over to the customer. So there's the new batteries fitted. So if there's ever a query or anything in the future, a lot of the engineers, myself and others in the area, we put our names, date, and these are UASA or USL batteries. Again, it's a bit of a mystery with the MKs because they are a really good battery, and I would have expected more life out of those, but obviously they weren't brand new. And there you go. This is an older Stairlift, which is nothing wrong with that. I actually like them because we have lots and lots of parts for them, and if serviced regularly and maintained, they can give years of service. Just an observation. I don't think it was fitted by a legitimate company. One of our pet hates. The rack should be cut to about there, because if the Stairlift goes beyond this, which is your limit and final limit, it could potentially run off the end of the track. We don't have any cutting gear with us today, otherwise we just take a little bit off that. So it essentially runs out of track. So it's just a bit of an observation. It's a bit rough. This is the fact that the track doesn't go all the way to the bottom, and ideally it should be a hinge track because of the doorway. Not ideal, but then there you go. So let's get this lift back on charge. We've given it a good service. Actually runs quite smoothly for an old lift. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with these. They can give years of service if maintained properly and looked after. The lady's obviously had it a few years, and hopefully she'll have it for a few more. Thanks so much for looking. For free advice, give us a call. Free surveys. We are Brooks Acorn Slimline Specialist, with loads and loads of parts to keep your lift working in tip-top condition. We're engineers, not salespeople, so we're not going to try and sell you a new lift. We actually prefer keeping older ones going. Thanks ever so much for watching. Hope you find this video useful.